Hi everyone, so about a part 2 of week 42, and I found one of my favourite cut apart pocket pages in the drawer when I was sorting things out, and so I was like, yep, I can use it for this part because I have so many photos, and I will have a load of photos for week 43 as well. So this is the last one. I don't have any more of these pocket pages, but as I said, it was one of my favourites. But it was a really busy end of the week. This is mainly Friday, Saturday, so yeah, just got a load of photos. The Friday, we actually went to a pumpkin patch, which I've never been to before, and I've always wanted to go. And one year, I booked the wrong date, and we literally got in the car and looked at the date, and I was like, "That's next week," and we couldn't do next week. So I was like, "Oh, we've missed out." And in the second year, we didn't have any time off together or anything, and then obviously this year we actually had a day off to go. So I really wanted to go. It's not as big a thing here. I think it has definitely come from an American influence, because it's just, I don't know, it's not on a large scale and not many people go as such. It's not a big thing. People just buy their pumpkins from the supermarket, but it is really cute. It's really sort of, I don't know, it's just pretty. We've seen all the pumpkins in the fields and all the gourds and stuff. It's just really nice, and obviously there's a lot of families there taking pictures with their kids all dressed up and stuff. So yeah, I think it's quite a new concept to the UK. Basically, it blew Joe's mind a little bit that there was a field full of pumpkins and stuff. He was convinced that they'd just gone to the supermarket and just bought loads and put them in a field. So yeah, it blew his mind a little bit, but it was so cute. As I said, it was really nice, and we didn't want to get too many because we're not actually here for Halloween. We do actually start travelling soon around Halloween, so we're not even here. So I just wanted a few little cute ones to go on my doorstep just before we go. So I just thought it was a nice sort of wholesome thing to do on a Friday. So I'm going to use that large 6x4 photo of me with the wheelbarrow just as the main photo. I'm going to use the little pumpkin man sticker, and it says little pumpkin up there as well. And then the other photo is going to go sort of next to it is a picture of Joe and I there with the pumpkins in the background. As I said, we only bought a few. I wanted more of like the multicoloured ones, the ones they're not really pumpkins, they're gourds, but it's ones you can't really buy in the supermarket. So I didn't buy any orange ones from this pumpkin patch. Even a majority were orange, but I got some grey ones, I got some green ones and white ones and multicoloured ones, just to go on the doorstep. As I said, they look really cute. I will sort of clear them out before we go away, because I don't want them to become mouldy on my doorstep whilst we're away. So I'm going to have to clear them out before we go on holiday, but it's just a cute little thing that we got to do, and they're not expensive, and obviously it's nice to support the farms throughout the year, because obviously in the summer they do like strawberry and raspberry picking, and then in the autumn they do pumpkin picking, which I think is really nice. So a picture down the bottom is actually a picture of our pumpkins and gourds that we picked up. I brought them home and I washed them, and as I said, put them outside on my porch. But yeah, I just it was quite, as I said, a quite wholesome sort of day. We had a really busy day though. We wanted to go shopping as well after that. Joe wanted to get some bits and pieces from the shops for Japan. He wanted to get something that's like to wear on the journey, because the flight's 13.5 hours. So it's a long time. You want to be comfortable and things. So he bought like a tracksuit from Adidas or something. So that we went shopping. And then we had to go drop Charlie off at a friend's house, because we were heading down to London on the Saturday to go and see a show. And obviously you can't leave the dog on his own. So we dropped Charlie off. So yeah, we had a really busy sort of day on Friday. But that picture of the pumpkins, I'm not going to put anything on it. I'm just going to stick a label stamp, so I can write a little bit about our pumpkins. And I'm going to put that in there. But yeah, as I said, we had a really busy day Friday. We had a really busy day Saturday. And we were coming home on the Sunday. So yeah, it just was a bit of a whirlwind of a weekend. So we were heading down to London to see a show. So the day before our wedding, I was booking these tickets to go and see the Come Alive show in London, it was only on at that time for 2 months, and it's basically a rendition, I suppose, of The Greatest Showman. So it doesn't follow the storyline, but it does all the songs, and yeah, all the music and everything like that is the same. So, you know, it was really good, and they'd have like real life acrobats and circus workers and stuff like that. So it was really, really good, and Joe really enjoyed himself, but also had like an immersive sort of land before it. So it was like all like a circus themed area. So had like bars and restaurants and little shops and little events going on all around the circus sort of theme. And yeah, it was really good. So I'm actually going to do not a full scrapbook, obviously, but when I come round to doing my first London trip, I think when we went in April, I'm going to reconstruct my England scrapbook and take out my London pages, and put together a London adventures scrapbook. So all the different things that we do down in London, I can just add to it, because I do take loads of photos, and I want to include them somewhere. And I just thought it's always a bit in my England scrapbook. So, you know, we go to one place and another place, then we go back to London, and then it's, you know, there's London bits in it, but not on a full trip to London as such. So I want to have like a London adventures scrapbook where all the different little trips that we do, even day trips and stuff, just get documented in there. So I will be doing that at some point. So I have got loads more photos, but that photo in the middle section, again, is a picture of my parents' cats. That's Bean and Fred. One's black and one's white, and they were just sat together and they looked adorable together. And then the photos down the bottom are our pictures of our trip to London. So we actually went down to London, then we went further down and stayed with my parents, and then came home on the Sunday, just so I got to see my parents before I go to Japan. But on as I said, the Saturday we were in London for the full day. We got a very early train down, about 7:30 train, and we went to Covent Garden. Had a wander around. They had like the autumn sort of decor all around, and again I got load of photos, but they'll come with my London adventures. And I got 2 photos of the Come Alive show. So I couldn't take anything of the actual show, but they had a big sign of it, and they also had like the Greatest Showman costume at the front, and it had like a big showman title in lights and stuff. So that was cool. So again, load more photos will be coming when I get around to doing some London adventure scrapbooking. But I just want to obviously include a few in my project life. But yeah, I really love how this has come out. There is a little bit more white than I'd like on these cutter parts. I probably could have done with not one of those cutter parts being so white, but it's fine. I've got to use them up at some point. And I just think they go with the photos. I like that little sweet and spooky one next to the cats. And yeah, I'm trying to cut down some of the bigger stickers so that I can include them in these photos, because as I said, they're quite big and it's quite difficult to use them when your photos sort of take up most of the page anyway. But yeah, it was a really, really nice weekend, and it was just busy, but I loved these things. And as I said, I booked them in advance, and I never really know what they're going to be like until we go. And this was one of the best ones we've done. I love musicals. Like, they're one of my favourite things to go and see. I drag Joe to a lot of them, and he does enjoy them when he's there, but he's not really into like singing and dancing and stuff. But he does like he loved this one because obviously it was like acrobats and circus themed and stuff. And he has liked some of the other ones that he, like he knows of the films and stuff. I think he has to know all the songs in order to enjoy it, which is fair enough. Sometimes it can be a bit sort of, when you're not sure about the songs and bits and pieces or the storyline, you don't really know where it's going to go. But yeah, he comes along with me to most of them. But yeah, we really enjoy sort of evening shows and stuff like that. So I hope you've enjoyed this part, and I'll be back soon. Bye.